Last but certainly not least for this series is part of fortune in a water sign. So if you haven't already watched parts 1, 2, or 3, know that your part of fortune is a point in your natal chart that can tell you how you will be most successful and prosperous in this lifetime. This placement can give cues into how to get you there quickly and with ease. So let's get right into it. First up for the part of fortune in water signs is Cancer. So if your part of fortune is in Cancer, you will most likely find success through your family. This doesn't necessarily translate into nepotism or coming into generational wealth, but more oftentimes than not, that's on the table or an inheritance later on in life. You could also end up working for your family business or work for someone else's family business, potentially even being the one that starts a family business for generations to come in this lifetime. Because Cancer deals with the home as well, you could also be working from home or doing something with homes, interior decorating, or architecture. Helping people family plan, taking care of young children, or doing early childhood education in order to find your success. More typically than not, these people find success or their career path very early on in life. If your part of fortune is in Scorpio, you go through that death and rebirth process many times in this life. You find your success by surrendering to the ups and downs and ultimately challenging yourself through trial and error. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to struggle to find success, but what it does mean is that when the success comes, it's going to be intense and something that you feel very passionately about. These people are the type to typically have a midlife crisis or a second chapter later on in life. You're all about reinventing yourselves, so acting or doing something where you get into character could also be in line for you finding your success in this lifetime. And for part of fortune in Pisces people, you are going to find your success and prosperity through spirituality and helping other people heal. You have a deeply psychic capability and you know what it is that you're supposed to be doing, even if you felt some sort of heady mental block or doubt. Part of fortune in Pisces people do best by listening to their gut and their opinion only when finding their career path and the trajectory that works for them. You could also be the founder of some sort of healing modality as well. So think of when Reiki began and moved over to the Western civilization. These are healing arts that we've always had access to, but it took somebody building it into an empire in order for it to find the massive success that it did. That is more than likely something that you're capable of in this lifetime. Let me know what your part of fortune sign is in the comments, and if we need some more information on this. We can dive into part of fortune throughout the houses or any other placements that you might be curious about.